No, he fakes it. He's setting him up. Throws it to fucking Conklin or Rucker. It's really just the Jets chamber pot. Oh,
we suck at stuff.
To Garrett Wilson.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch!
That was all Zach, everybody. Oh, Quinn gets him. Yeah! Yes! Look at that. Oh, shit, everybody. A real live offensive touchdown. Got pressure. Run, you idiot. Here we go. Oh, that's a catch. That's a catch. All right, everybody. Garrett Wilson doesn't give a shit. Look at Zachy do, huh? Let's go, Zod. Gets it around the end. Run, little guy. Touchdown. Oh! Are you kidding me? I believe in Zod. Let's go, Jets. Hey, everybody. Look at us. Throwing this Sam Darnold back to pass. Missed it because he's got a little pressure. Throws it to the feet of the tight end. Well, I didn't even have my light on. We threw this one together quick. Just like, hey, we're going to watch football. Let's scout a guy that we're going to be playing in 2 weeks. Former New York Jets quarterback. One Sam Darnold. Looking at a 3rd and 7. So Jeremy's just kind of getting ready over there. No worries. We'll be back with you. I got you. But it's good to see everybody. Let's get a nice little hang going. Jefferson in motion. Sam Darnold shotgun. See how behind I am. We got to sync this still. Sam Darnold gets the snap. Throws it. Nice completion to Jefferson. I'll tell you what. Having a guy like Jefferson around ain't a bad thing to have, I should say. Let me turn my light on. And I got to turn my light on here. There we go. So what's up? Let me see who's in here. How many guys we got in here? Good 40 people. All right. Got 40. 63, actually, including 25 on Twitter. So about 40 in YouTube. So, yeah, Sam Darnold all the way down to the 11-yard line after the interception by the defense, guys. Sam Darnold back to pass. Plenty of time. Look at that. Oh, and they miss him. What a bunch of scrubs. And they get it. And he fucking fumbles it. And it's a forward pass, but behind his scrimmage. Going to be an incomplete pass. Right. I'll tell you, what a stupid play that was, Sammy. Wow. Hey, one Jets pod in the house. What's up there, Sugar Plums? Good to see you. I don't think you've been around the streams lately. I see you. You got a lot going on. You're putting together like 9 different channels, I think. That's what it feels like on this end. Stress me out there. Randy, right? I believe your name's Randy. Stressing me out, Randy. Tell me if I got the name wrong. I'm like 89% that's right. I saw the Giants, Deshaun Watson took a touchdown pass right for first play of scrimmage. It looked like it was in. They said maybe his feet were out. I didn't see it. Get him. Now, look, here's the thing. Technically speaking, we should be rooting for the Vikings, right? And I think ultimately I am. Oh, I'll tell you, Petrie, I love that guy. That was one of the guys I wanted in the draft on the Texans. And interestingly enough, Blake Cashman was on the Texans, as you guys know. He's now on the Vikings, so he's reunited with one Sam Darnold. So we're supposed to root for the Vikings in this game, being NFC versus AFC, but I can't help it. I root against former Jets players, but I think ultimately I want to see the Vikings win. All right, here we go. Sam Darnold. It is 3rd and goal. He's at the 6. Back to pass. Everybody's looking pretty nicely covered. He's going to try. He's going to throw it. And wide open, Justin Jefferson loses. You can't cover Jefferson for 6 seconds, dude. There's no way. Sam Darnold looking crisp. How good is Jefferson? And how good is Jefferson for Sammy? Like, again, and then you got all kinds of guys. Addison. I got to look at their depth chart. I mean, this team is a good array of offensive talent on here. Yeah, right, Randy. Okay, good. Like, no, my name's Bob. Oh my gosh, shit. Let's see, man. Vikings depth chart. Let's see what Let's see what they look like. Yeah, so you got Jefferson, Jordan Addison, is he out? He's injured. He's inactive. Okay. That's going to push Brandon Powell, Jalen Naylor in there. So, all right. Interesting. Okay. Well, look, their offensive line's a bunch of guys I like. You got the left tackle, Christian Darrisaw. I liked him coming out. You also have, then there's Brandell Blake, not one of my guys necessarily, but Garrett Bradbury was the guy I wanted in the Quinnen Williams draft. I wanted to trade back, get some seconds and thirds, and grab Garrett Bradbury. We were so hurting for a center that year. Ed Ingram and Brian O'Neill. So good dudes. Let's see. Johnny Munt, Sam Darnold. Aaron Jones at running back, super stud, and CJ Ham they have a fullback. You'll probably also see some Ty Chandler as well. But all right, back up is Nick Mullins to Sam Darnold. Everybody, look at Jeremy's pictures. Look at Jeremy's family. What is that? Look at all those people. Anybody know any of those guys? So Wild Wave says, "Let's effing go, Sammy." Yeah, you're not built like me, Wild Wave. I want to see Sam look shitty. I want him to be terrible. I can't do it. I am hoping the Vikings win, but I'd prefer it to be off of defensive maybe pick sixes, that kind of thing, bunch of field goals, that sort of stuff. But so far, good drive off of the there was an interception by the Vikings, and they got it in Texans territory, and they were able to turn it around and get a touchdown right away. Jeremy.
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, are we here? Are we live?
Oh, yeah, we're live.
You're just showing them my mother's house.
I'm not showing them. You were. Oh, you wanted me to keep you off the. I didn't know what. No. That's a good idea. Yeah, generally, I was frazzled. I didn't have my lights on. I was, I thought you'd be back in like a sec. So I just, I even just said, look at Jeremy's family. Who are all those people?
That's why you like everybody gets to now see my parents have a lot of art, a lot of family over there. Yeah.
So Jeremy, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good. I just first full day in North Carolina. I got some good sleep last night to settle in. And, this is the tune-up. Keep my mom company, have a good week here, but get tuned up for next weekend, which I cannot wait for.
Yeah. Well, good on you for going to see your mom, across the country. As you know, sadly, Jeremy's father passed away. And, Jeremy's being a good son right now. I think that's what you're doing.
Doing my best.
So you're a good man. I make fun of you, but below everything, I think you're a good man. What do you think of that?
I appreciate that.
You know why Jeremy was late to our Jets live stream Thursday night? Because he was caring for a new patient.
That's true.
So see, Jeremy's a good guy. So anyway, Jeremy, let me ask you, and then we'll get to you, Rover. Real quick, we got a play coming out. Dalton Schultz. Did I start Dalton Schultz today? I got that loser. Let me see. Everybody's a loser on my Crossfire. I didn't accept his trades before the game. Oh, let me see. Are the Ravens playing now or they play later? You know?
I think the Ravens play. They must play later because I would have noticed that as one of the games we were considering watching.
Let me see. So let me ask you a question before we look at Rover's question. Where are you with Sam Darnold? We got some people in there like, yeah, let's effing go, Sammy. All right. I'm not. I'm like, I want to see him suck the biggest balls. Where are you with this whole thing?
You know what? The only reason I wouldn't want to see him do too well is because of our fan base. Because him doing well means I got to hear about it. We're gonna see nonsense things. We shouldn't have traded them. We should have kept them. We could win a Super Bowl right now with Aaron Rodgers, and we'll still hear it. We should have kept them. We should have. Nothing will make it go away. So it almost makes me. It's like my own fan base forces me to root against them. Whereas if everybody could just agree that he wasn't ready at that time, and maybe we should have kept him, or maybe we should have, and then we could have traded down. Like all that is fine of what we should have done, except it's 3 or 4 years ago. Like, it's time to move on.
No, it's not 3 or 4. He was on the Panthers for 3. He was on the Niners for 1. This is 5 years ago. Can we stop?
We just need to just.
And then, like, somehow, if he's good, we suck. There you go. All right. See, I don't know. I might catch myself rooting for the Texans. Ultimately, like I said, guys, it's better for the Jets if the Vikings win. We know that. But we're not playing when do we play the Texans? It's later in the season, right?
Yeah, I think we play them a little bit later, like week 9 or 10-ish, I think, or something like that. But does he have a touchdown pass already, or is that what's going on?
He does. There was an interception early in, like, pretty deep in there in Texans territory, and they drove down. He looked pretty good, man, but the offensive line's giving him nice time. And Jefferson, you can't cover Jefferson for more than 2 or 3 seconds. It's all, he's going to find a spot. Sam did a real good job rolling out a little bit, creating some more space, and then really nice tight passes. He looks good so far.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I mean, we've seen this from Sam Darnold before, and I know you probably talk about it. I've heard you talk about it, and it can't be stated enough. Remember the first 3 games he had in Carolina? They were showing on Twitter the celebrating it was the Jets all along. He's the new star quarterback. McCaffrey goes down, so now there's more pressure on him, and didn't go so well for him.
No. Well, this is a different thing. So, like, granted, look, he had weapons down there too. He had DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall, Robbie Anderson, Christian McCaffrey, who went down early, I think week 3, maybe. Here we go. CJ Stroud, first down. All right. So, now he's reunited with Josh McCown, which is going to be an incredible positive for him. In addition to that, he's got O'Connell, who's an offensive mind. Then he's got Jefferson as an amazing. He's the best wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. Better than Chase, better than G-Dubs, who I'd like to see Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers get on the same page. And, because, like, look, there were numerous times, like Aaron Rodgers spoke about. Hold on a second. Let me do this play and I'll finish my point. Oh my God. Okay. So, there's a penalty on the play. So look, he said, look, they're taking Garrett out of the game. That's what they're doing. But so I got to spread it around. But even when he was open, there were numerous times, like that touchdown pass, not the one that made it. Like, Garrett Wilson had beaten his man. He was open for the touchdown and Aaron Rodgers overthrew him. Yeah. Which is weird because he doesn't do that very often. They're not in sync. So Garrett Wilson still, let me tell you something, man. He's still got 140 yards, 150 yards, whatever it is. And he's like, he's not even a factor. See, we're like, where is he? And he's still doing what he needs to do. Right. But anyway,
and then there's and whatever that guy name is, Baldwin or whatever, and then Daniel Orlovsky did breakdowns that were very well done and very.
Look, another pick. Look at this.
Oh my God, CJ Stroud is off. Some very accurate.
That was tipped, though. Let me. Hold your thought.
Okay. We'll see what happened there.
Hold your thought. I'm sorry, Rover. Oh, he fumbled it. Yeah. Oh. That Schultz. As long as it's not fucking Schultz, you loser. My guy. Yeah, that's my guy. He's going negative points, this loser scrub bastard. I can't believe I kept you. I almost pulled him.
Wow.
I had my finger on it. No, without exaggeration. Anyway, what were you saying?
So there's a very, very truthful and really accurate, spot-on analysis by Dan Orlovsky. Am I saying his name right? He said Garrett Wilson is contributing. It's just not in the box score because he showed a couple of big pass plays to Conklin that were specifically and literally because the defense had to double team Garrett Wilson. So he literally showed that what Aaron Rodgers was doing with some of those big receptions to Conklin was he was taking advantage of, if you're going to move a guy out, a safety out of this space, I'm going to throw to that space. It's like somebody else has to step up and win and find that opening that you're leaving open by having that safety double team Wilson. So yeah, he's not making the catch, But because he has to be double teamed, it creates this vulnerability.
That's right.
That allows us to get these other completions to our other guys.
But here's the thing is that even though they're doing the same thing to Justin Jefferson, bet your ass on it.
Yeah.
And he's making plays. So like that's what Jets fans want to see. Like I get it. I'm with you. But Garrett Wilson still has to have his, 6 catches, 80 to 120 yards. Like he's got to do that. The problem again, and he would have, there was a few there were 3 that I can think of. One being that missed touchdown opportunity on the right sideline. The other one being the toe tap on the left side. Garrett Wilson had to shift his body all the way. And, the pass was slightly off, a little bit too far outside. He could have still did it, but it was very difficult. And then the other one where the ball fell short, Garrett Wilson had to stop. He was open. He stopped and tried to jump backwards, and he wasn't able to do it. So there's a few. They're going to get synced up, and we're going to see that. So, like, those 3 plays, and you're looking at, Garrett Wilson with, 80, 90 yards, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like that.
Yeah.
So
They just have to get on the same page in interpreting the route based on what they're both reading, right? I mean, Aaron is taking it in his quick glimpse. He's seeing the defender and reading that this version of the play, this is what Garrett's going to do. And Garrett's feeling and reading it a different way. And eventually they'll get to know each other's thoughts. And, that's what happens the more you play together. And eventually when Aaron throws the ball to a certain spot thinking that's what Garrett's going to do, Garrett's going to do it. It's going to happen. They're going to start connecting the dots.
Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, you got to remember, like, even though they practiced and we were so excited, this is we just watched their 3rd game ever together.
Right.
That's the whole thing. Like, and Aaron Rodgers said it, like, me and Lazard, we have a chemistry, man. We know, he knows, we played together for 5 years. We know what the deal is. So Rover's asking if Corley was a wasted pick. He sees 30 players he would rather have had after. I know. Well, there were plenty of guys that we liked after him. So again, it's 3 games is my thought. But what are your thoughts, Jeremy?
I think that's the answer. It's not only is it 3 games, but apparently Mike Williams is healthy. Lazard has the chemistry you see with Rodgers, and we know that this team has a history of if you're a rookie and you want to play, you're really going to have to earn it and show it. Like even week 1, people were complaining what happened to Braylon Allen, right? So,
right.
And then in the little
right. I know we're funny, man.
When he got those few opportunities, he took advantage of it and he forced his way into the lineup. Corley has been, how many reps has he played? 4 or 5, and that's by design. We wanted Mike Williams to be healthy. We wanted Lazard to go back to his old form. This is what the team wanted. So now we could develop this rookie in the most preferred way, which is not throwing him into the fire. So to me, it just doesn't mean anything yet.
Yeah, CJ Stroud running I gave him 7. It looked to me like he made it 9 yards on 3rd and too long. But yeah, so they're gonna have to punt. Although maybe they're going for it. I know it looked to me like that's a bad spot, man. That's a bad spot. So they got 4th and 3, guys. CJ Stroud back to pass. Rush is coming, and he makes the first down to my guy Dalton Schultz, who has a fumble already, trying to get me some points for my fantasy suck team. I should just call me the sucks. I should name my fantasy teams that because I just get beat constantly. I think I know how to do it. I got all kinds of guys in the later rounds like Xavier Leggett. Keon Coleman, like these are starting wide receivers. I'm getting them in the late rounds, and they're nothing.
Yeah.
I gotta wait a little while. There you go, Rover. Just be patient with guys like that.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want the evidence of be patient with guys like that, you want to know kind of how we kind of jump to these.
Look at this run, Jeremy.
That's amazing. How we rush to these judgments. Let's go back to, first you go to the Joe Tippmann pick. Like, last year in July on Twitter, they were calling Joe Tippmann a bust in July. They were calling him a bust before he played. Right. And then comes along, there was also, who else was Will McDonald. right? Because we were angry that they took an edge and we didn't want an edge. They took it out on the player, and so many people said, "Oh, he's a bust. He's a bust. He only got 3 sacks. He's a bust."
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? They didn't care about how many reps he played. Oh, look at that.
Big sack.
Wow. Minnesota's
On
defense
CJ
is
Stroud.
for real.
Yeah, they're for real.
But anyway, again, it all points to the same thing. We're judging too quickly. Like wait a few years, and we can look back and see how the Malachi Corley pick worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, right on, man. All right, we got a nice group of people in here. We got 142 people. We got 80 or so on YouTube and the rest on Twitter. Hello, Twitter folks, or X, whatever you want to call it. I think it's still better to call it Twitter. I think we should still call it Twitter. That's my thoughts, but clearly the owner, Elon Musk, disagrees. Look at that penetration. Holy cow, dude. Unbelievable. This offensive line of the Texans is not able to slow these guys down at all. They're all revved up. And that's what I was saying about Will McDonald. And guys like Will McDonald, Tack McKinley, Michael Clemens, like, oh, but the Patriots O-line isn't good. It's a funny thing. Did you ever hear when the Jets sucked and we played teams and they beat us, did you ever hear about like, well, it's not really a win because it's the Jets? No. But now that we beat a team that we're better than, which is not often, it's all like, oh, it's not a real win. Oh, he missed the field goal.
Wow.
It was trying. Fairburn missing the 54-yard field goal for the Texans. Wow.
They are not there. You know what who they're reminding me of with the shaky start of a turnover and a missed field goal and things not going their way? What team are they reminding me of from the
Sounds
past?
familiar to me.
It sounds pretty fucking familiar.
Sounds familiar, dude. And you know why it's happening is because if they make it a game where Sammy looks good, it's one more, like, even though he hasn't been here in 5 years, we are like 2 starting quarterbacks away from Sam Darnold. And he's been on 3 teams in 3 years. Somehow it means we suck. That's why they are doing this, because somehow it has something to do with the Jets. That's all it is. Hit that like button, everybody. Give me the milk thumbs. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We're trying to get some fun content out there for you guys and some good hangs and give you guys somebody to hang out with when you're sitting alone watching a stress-free football Sunday with no Jets on. Jets already won our game for the week in very confident and secure fashion. Don't forget to support Jets Chaos as well. Link in the description.
I think I wanted to point out too, which is kind of funny, is remember we are always saying is with the Geno Smith thing, were we supposed to wait 9 years? But you know what? Geno Smith is not that good. He had the one good year. Like he's a functional starter in the NFL. If you look at it, if he was playing exactly the way he plays with us, we wouldn't be sitting there saying we got a great quarterback. We'd be complaining about the things he's doing wrong. So people got to remember that Geno Smith hasn't won anything. Okay?
Yeah. Now, look, I see everybody talking about our impatience. Let's be clear. I don't think Rover was saying that. He was just asking the question, because you see guys like Brian Thomas Jr., who we all loved. We made it. I mean, he slid further than we thought. And there's lots of guys just because they're
Roman Wilson. So.
Oh, I've been there, man. That's in New York. Wait, that's in no. That's not. I've been there, dude. I don't know where that is. I forget where that is. No, that's all way up in Minnesota. That just looks like another one I've been. I've never been to a waterfall in Minnesota. I've been to that stadium, though, never inside. I stood outside and went, hey! That's what I did. Let me in. Nobody let me in. So, okay, we got Sam Darnold 1st and 10 from his own 44-yard line, everybody. He's going to fake the handoff. He's back to pass. No real pressure, a little bit. Jefferson fucking wide open. Dude, it's unbelievable, man. All the way down. He was on his own 44 all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Texans, dude. That's crazy. I see people putting some Giant stuff in the chat. Go, please continue to do that. Say Daniel Jones looking okay so far.
Look, on that play, now I'm not taking anything away from Sam Darnold, but if you give a quarterback that much time and then a receiver that wide open, he better make that play.
You better make that play. Jefferson in motion. He's going to hand the ball off this time. Big hole up the middle. Meets the linebackers after about a 6-yard gain, it looks like. Aaron Jones, a guy I wanted the Jets to sign this offseason, but instead we got Braylon Allen, which I'm delighted with. Big play by the Chargers coming in.
Yeah.
The Harbaugh Chargers, they got a talented team with a whole new attitude, man. Joe Alt looking like a Hall of Famer already, man.
Yeah, well, we knew it. I think the reason everybody had him above everybody else is there was no doubt.
Yeah, Rover pointing out that if Garrett just is his decoy status is effective, Sam Darnold back to pass, another first down to Jefferson, dude. It's a one-man show.
Yeah,
out there. But he's that good, so we got to see if Sauce can shut him down.
Well, that's the question. I mean, it's like your team has to have a good enough cornerback. And are we gonna adjust to that? Are we gonna say
we got to adjust to it? Yeah, that's the game where you say they got one guy on offense. We could neutralize everybody else. You take Sauce and you glue him to that all pro versus all pro, and you got to see who. It's back to that Revis versus their best wide receiver days. Sam back to pass, screen,
and
it's about 3-4.
And it's not about having to stop him. And it's about containment. It's about just not letting him. He's going to have his plays, Jefferson, if him and Sauce go at it. But it's about containment. It's about just not letting him control the game and have 2 big touchdowns and beat you.
Yeah, you know what, Randy? I actually consider this. I'm watching the game. I might go to the 4 screen and watch all 4 games. I really like doing that. We'll focus on the Sam Darnold game, but it's nice to see. YouTube TV does that. Like you can watch 2 games, 4 games. I like that. All right, Sam Darnold back to pass. He's in shotgun. He hands it off quick. Big hole. Meets. I'll tell you what, though. When he gets tackled, he's running into what feels like brick walls, but they're giving him, 4 to 6 yards a clip. Aaron Jones looks like he's banged up. Then that's why you do that. He's getting up. He's going to be fine. But that's why you do it, man. It's like, we get all worried about these first drives. Like, you got to lay pops on every single play because by the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, it wears them down. Not that you want to hurt anybody per se, but roughing them up, ain't nothing wrong with that. I think they should put spikes on their arms, Jeremy. That's what I think. Sam Darnold back to pass. Almost sacked.
Easy.
Touchdown. Look at this. Touchdown to Aaron Jones. Nice and easy. I'm gonna put on the 4 games. Thank you for the inspiration. One Jets pod. All right, here we go. That's Eagles, Saints, Chargers, Steelers. We got Packers, Texans, Bears, Colts with this game. I'm gonna do the Giants. That's what I'm gonna do. Packers, Texans. Giants, Browns, Sammy, and Stroud. That's what I'm going to do. And we got a commercial up top.
So Ohio Jets fan is asking if Sauce is struggling. I want to say that, in week 2, Sauce had his worst game as an NFL football player. There's no argument. It was his worst game. Mainly, one of the main things that happened was a fluke play that will probably never happen again in his career. We all saw that crazy catch in the way that
crazy catch.
But I want to say this this game against the Patriots, Sauce Gardner was the highest rated Jet on PFF. And there were 0 targets towards him.
Wow. Jalen Hurts with the bomb down to the 11-yard line.
So
yeah, man.
That's unheard of to have 0 targets.
It is. Oh my God. Big pick by the Packers. The Texans Titans, forgive me, were driving, and look at that. Is that a replay or is that happening now? I don't know. Look, Jair Alexander with the pick, Randy, Jeremy. What are you eating there? Soup?
No, raspberry sorbet.
Here's the thing with sorbet. If you eat it,
there's no milk.
If you eat it, you're gay. So Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's definitely. I'm just kidding. I read that somewhere. I don't know. It was an article. It was a real.
What do you do when you're in an Italian restaurant? They say we have
sorbet,
espresso, gelato, chocolate.
Like they'll have a sorbet. You're like,
well,
no, excuse me. I'm.
sorbet.
When they say, "Would you like a sorbet?" You say, "No, I'm heterosexual. I'm a cisgender." They call it now. Unless you're not, and you go, "Yeah, sure." I'm just kidding. I actually love sorbet.
So fucking funny.
Who cares? Who cares about anything? Who gives a shit what anybody wants to do with their life, Jeremy? You know what I mean? As long as it ain't hurting nobody. Like, I like to pour bacon grease all over my ice cream. Like, good. Have at it. I like to put whipped cream on my turkey, my Thanksgiving turkey. Do it.
Who
cares? I like to wear a tutu and ride my Harley. Good. I mean, who cares?
That's right. I like to run to a bakery, get a big piece of quiche, and then to cool it off at the end, I get a nice cup of sorbet.
That's right.
Quiche and sorbet.
That's right, man. All right, we're hanging out. GreenBean here with Jets Chaos himself. Don't forget to support the channel if you would be so kind. Smash the old like button and give us the subscribe. Very, very important. Don't forget, Jets Chaos's link is in the description. He could use some love. Recently passed 5,000 subscribers and had a video go viral with 10 million views. I saw.
Right.
Is that no? Did I get that wrong? Oh, that was Mr. Beast. Sorry.
Viral for me is when it hit 6,000. I was like, it's viral.
Oh, yeah. I will tell you guys, GreenBean here just passed his 1,000th video on YouTube.
Nice.
Jeremy, just the other day, just 2 days ago. I just put out video 1002 earlier this morning, and I have 2.53 million views on this channel, Jeremy, with 1,000 videos. Not bad.
Broke 1 million views. Congratulations.
Well, 2 million. I'm on my way to 3.
Jeez. So
you want to see some? I'm going to release this later, but I'll show everybody. Me and my daughter. My daughter was asking me YouTube questions. Oh, wait, hold on. So Stroud handing the ball off. Oh, nice little shifty move. Look at that. Oh, gets crushed. Really nice run, though. Who's the running back on the Texans again? It just completely slipped my mind. Taylor, right on. Oh, Deshaun Watson getting sacked. Giants defense getting excited. And that's what I was saying before. So, and then I'll tell you what my daughter and I were doing. So, wait, Stroud back to pass, pressure, sliding up into the pocket, gets it off. Incomplete pass.
He's
Dude, the Texans are struggling. 14-0 Vikings right now, man.
He's lost a little bit of the magic from his rookie year.
Well, it's the offensive line, but he's pressured within 2 seconds. Yeah. Like without, it's been very consistent. There hasn't been a single play that I've watched a passing play that he wasn't pressured. So what I was saying was, like, you see the Giants right now, like, you get a little blood in the water. Jalen Hurts back to pass. Oh, picked off in the end zone. The Saints are running it back. Look at this guy. He's like, oh, boop, bop, beep, bop. I'm going to keep going. Skiddly ding dang. Makes it to the 18-yard line.
Ooh,
they're all excited. They're running to the camera, everybody. They're going to run to that damn show-off camera. The NFL gives you penalties for celebration, then puts a camera in the end zone and encourages 18 fucking people to run over there and take a picture. I don't understand the NFL.
You won't believe this. CJ Stroud makes a beautiful pass, deep 25-yard gain.
False start.
Illegal motion,
right. Crazy, man. Crazy, everybody. Yeah, they're off. They're going to have to hope to get through this first half. I mean, it's still the first quarter. Wow.
It was Tunsil who jumped.
That's unlike him. So it's like, think about it.
Yeah, this was a
lot
tackle
going on there.
A lot of
Steelers also. Look at the Steelers, man. That's Freiermuth. It's my guy. Freiermuth and Pickens. Steelers got my guys.
Yeah. That was shocking. Pickens is to me, very similar to the Roman Wilson thing. How did those guys slip?
Well, he slipped to the second, and I thought he was going to be a late first, early second.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not too off, but it's one of those things. Like we said, we got Sauce, Garrett, and then JJ. I would have taken Thibodeau, Hamilton, and Pickens like that, and then Brees. We had 2 seconds, and I would have taken Brees too. So it's like I think I prefer, like, I love Garrett Wilson. I love Sauce Gardner. But my draft was good. My guys they're all doing great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All my guys. Thibodeau, I've been focused on this year, but he's been doing well. Anyway, my point before, if I try to get through it here, is that sometimes you need that confidence boost game. Like, you need it. Because, it's a subpar, competition. Like, you got to believe. Like, it's like momentum is a very real thing. And when you're up against something, like you go against really hard competition and you kind of, you get beat up those first few games, it starts to wear on you. It's all about this. This is the great decider on who's great and who sucks. They're all talented. These guys are the top athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Top athletes in the world. So what's going to make the difference? It's all up here. How much they train, how they think.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big difference.
Without question.
Oh, I got red zone on one. This is great. I got red zone, the Giants, Daniel Jones, and shotgun. We got some motion. This is the best day of football ever.
Yeah, because we have the win. We have no pressure on us.
This is great.
I don't even know.
Who's that? Oh, Justin Fields running in for the touchdown. They're going to see the point after attempt here. I got red zone in 3 games. It's like, I'm watching 75 games of football at the same time. I don't know if my old ass brain can handle this, everybody. Yeah, Duncan. That's funny. Look, I'll tip my hand a smidgen, like when it gets to these guys, but tight ends, because I look, I'm very much focused on offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and tight ends, like in the draft. Obviously, we look at other guys, but so like when they end up in the NFL, I'm like, I tend to know who they are a lot of the time, but I forget a lot too. But so I just touch up. I open another screen. I got a thing. Anyway, I got a poll in there, guys. See what would make you the happiest. Sam looks good and wins. Sam looks good and loses. Sam looks terrible and wins. Sam looks terrible and loses. I'd like to see him look terrible and win. Oh, Daniel Jones escapes the pressure up and gets sacked anyway. He might make it to the line of scrimmage, though, depending on the spot. So it might not count as a sack, but it definitely is.
Just to make everybody feel better, a little bit better. If it does, if Minnesota turns out and they're looking really great and people are bummed and saying, oh, no, we got to play them, that sucks. Remember, if Houston looks like crap, we get to play them, and that's good.
Yeah. Right.
So it goes both ways. Like one of these teams, whoever looks bad, we still get to play the bad one too.
Right. Yeah. So the Broncos are up 14-0. Is that true? Jeremy, can you take a look?
I thought.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm looking right at it.
I'm just wondering,
how'd they get their touchdowns? Bo Nix 6 for 8, 74 yards, getting confident over there, playing the Bucks. Deep pass.
Sean Payton
completed. Wow, look at that touch. That was beautiful laser. Cleveland running it back here. Nope. Will Levis back to pass, hands it off, actually. A little scootily-doo, makes it about 2 yards, maybe a yard.
Bo Nix got a rushing touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And but yeah, the 7 for 9. He's 8 for 10 now. 8 for 10, 109 quarterback rating. He's having the best game of his career by a mile. 10 yards per attempt.
Well, good. Let him get some confidence going into our game, right? That's exactly what we fucking want.
Yeah. Well,
I want to see the Bucks beat the living hell out of him. I don't want a surging Bo Nix. I'm not overly worried per se. Sam pitches it. Aaron Jones gets about a yard and a half. Looked like he was going to get more there. Will Levis back to pass here. Pressure. Gets the ball off. The tight end. 1 yard gain.
But it'll be a different looking Bo Nix when our defensive line starts coming at him. Like,
well, how's the Bucks? Oh, first down run from the for the Broncos. Well, how's the Bucks D, guys?
Yeah, they remember they used to be really good, but now they're getting older. I don't know how many of those guys are still left from the Super Bowl year.
Sam Darnold back to pass. Deep. Could have been picked. Good coverage. Floated a bit. to the tight end, and he didn't have quite as much space as Jefferson gets. So Sam needed to put a little bit more zip on there, maybe.
Looks like Pittsburgh tied it up.
Yeah, I saw Justin Fields. Will Levis running. Tried a little jukester. He's not able to do much. Gets 2. Broncos are driving, dude. They're down to the 15-yard line. Oh yeah, look, they're promoting the Jets in London. Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Quinnen Williams, Justin Jefferson, Sauce Gardner. There he is. Look at all these guys. Gibson. They just showed Gibson.
That's hysterical.
He's a big draw. Sam Darnold complete to Justin Jefferson. There's a flag on the play. I hope it's holding. I'm clearly rooting for the Texans. It's like I catch myself. I can't help who I love. You know what I mean? Bo Nix running around the edge, 12-yard first down.
Wow.
I'll tell you, man. Bo Nix, you gotta seal the edges, dude. You can't get nuts, or you got to get home on your pressure. If you're gonna do some sort of pass rush, you know what it's all about. If you're gonna have speed rushers like what we do, if you're gonna send guys with their ass on fire, your linebackers got to be able to fill. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
All right, Sam Darnold at his own 12-yard line, back to pass, 3rd and 14. See what he does here. I'm going to think if I had to put money on it, I'd say he's going to look for Justin Jefferson. Another flag on the play, backing him up again. Oh, my God, Colts. Crazy first down. Who's that?
So I think it's funny that I'm ahead of you on my phone.
Are you? How far ahead of me are you?
Probably about a good 30 seconds, because when you said penalty, I was like, oh yeah, they're like, I'm already watching them get ready to snap.
Yeah, well, don't say it. Don't say it. You're fucking ruining it for me. I'm already watching them, and you tell me the results of the play. That's just mean. Sam Darnold back to pass. I'll tell you, yeah, not worth it. Throws it to the ground. They're punting. All right, so we got what do we got up here? The Colts are trying to get into the end zone here against the Bears. And the Browns are getting corralled for a tackle for a loss here.
That penalty is not.
Bo Nix back to pass. Some pressure there and trying to do the screen. He saw it, but he fell on his face. 7-8 yards. Defensive end. He saw it. He read it, but he fell on his face.
So he lost 7 yards?
No, gain. No, I'm saying the defensive tackle read it, but he fell on his face, so they were still able to get the playoff. Colts driving. What's this? Look at Elijah Moore trying to get open. He sucks the balls. I don't know if he sucks, but he was open. What's Elijah Moore's number for the Browns? You know?
I'm sorry?
What's Elijah Moore's number with the Browns? Is it still 2 or 3, whatever the hell he was?
I thought it was the same. And he was
what number was he? 3?
He was number
3,
no. He was number, he couldn't have been 2. That was Wilson. He was number 8. Wasn't he 8 for him?
Oh, the call, dude. What a fool. Oh man, Richardson throws a stupid interception in the end zone to the Bears.
Yeah, he was number 8. It's lucky he left, because what would Aaron Rodgers would have done?
Aaron Rodgers would have said, "Hey, I need that number." No, he would have got it because he was 12. He would have got another number. He probably would have wanted 8. Richardson knew as soon as he threw that pass. Oh man, that was a big mistake. So the Packers are up 17-7 over the Titans with Willis, right? Yeah. Let me see a nice end around here. He's running up. Is that my guy Reed? I need Reed to do some stuff today. Let me see how my fantasy team's doing, everybody.
It's not good when the teams we beat stink to everybody else.
Dano checking in. I imagine if Denver wins, a lot of eliminator survivor pools will end. Yeah, right. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they can hold on to it. There's teams like that. That's like one of the marks of a bad team. It's like they can get up. There's, and they can't. The patient team just goes, don't worry about it.
80% of my survivor pool lost week 1.
Really?
Myself included. We all had Cincinnati over New England.
Oh yeah, all of them, all of you.
And there weren't a lot of easy games. Like that was the most popular game to pick. It was like, oh, this is a good time to pick Cincinnati because they're playing New England. It's like everybody thought it was a great way to start the year, and then boom.
I'm getting a trade offer right now on my fantasy league. Listen to this.
Okay.
I'm being offered Josh Allen and Buffalo's defense for Baltimore defense and Keon Coleman.
I'm
going to take it.
If you need a quarterback.
Well, my guy Jordan Love is hurt, and I'm using Trevor Lawrence, and he's been lackluster at best. He's doing all right, but
Jordan's coming back, but still, man, Josh Allen, man, that's no joke.
I'm accepting it, dude. I'm accepting it. I tried to get my guy Carson Steele, and somebody ninja'd me in my own damn league. Took my guy.
I got him in 2 out of 4.
You got Carson Steele? I can't wait to see what he does, Jeremy.
Yeah, I have 4 fantasy teams. I got him on 2.
Malik Willis gets sacked, big sack. You got to throw that. You can't have 5 seconds in the pocket, guys. You just can't. I don't know what these quarterbacks are thinking. You have no internal clock. CJ Stroud back to pass, nice completion, bounces it up, nice gain.
If Steele comes in and rushes for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, we're going to elect you president of the United States.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Dude, lots of my guys like that. They all make it, man. Not all of them, but so many of my guys do that. It's just a crazy thing. Look, in the late rounds, there's a bunch of schools of thought. And the nerds who've taken over the NFL, the nerds and the women, Jalen Hurts sacked and fumble, Saints pick it up. Holy macaroni, dude. Well, let's see if they put Huff in yet.
Man, the Eagles are broken. That is a broken team.
They needed Hassan Reddick. They should take him back. CJ Stroud, deep pass. Oh, my God. What a completion. CJ Stroud. Was that earlier? Is that now? I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. You're so far behind me. It's, I guess, because either that or you're ahead.
Maybe that was earlier. I just don't know. It's like with the 4 screens, they're showing highlights on some and.
Yeah. Because I got 3rd and 12.
Me too. 3rd and 12. CJ Stroud. This is the result of it. Screen, wide receiver screen. He's going to throw it. He throws it to the running back. Stupid, slow pass. Ruins the opportunity.
Back to CJ Stroud who runs. Oh, and I think he got the first
Wait,
down.
Are you jumping me? I'm the fucking
You just called the play, the same play I did. 3rd and 12. We both called it differently.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling the play ahead of me.
We both called the same play differently. You said it like it was a bad play. I said
I didn't.
Was a good play.
I just said the wide receiver, if he would have just zipped it in there right away, that's a touchdown. He threw like a duck. It looked like a Streveler package.
Oh, so now you're ahead of me. Isn't it weird how
that's
it
right?
works?
That's how it goes, Jeremy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind.
I called the same play.
Oh my God, big pick from Caleb Williams. CJ Stroud gets the pass off, can't break away, still a 5-yard gain. Or 4 yards, maybe.
Caleb Williams threw another interception?
Yeah, he sucks the biggest.
Oh, he really sucks.
You got to give him time, man.
That's why people go nuts. Oh, they're a bust if they don't play right away. They're a bust. No, sometimes they don't play right away because they're not ready yet. It's okay.
Because they're not ready, right? It's just for rookie year. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a pick. So, Jeremy and I were arguing about that one, only because I thought he was a play ahead of me. Like I was doing the play. All right, CJ Stroud under center here, Jeremy. We've got some motion, the 28-yard line.
I see that.
Quick handoff, only gets 2.
Gets brought down in the middle of the line.
Odunze showing a pulse. Did he just get a nice pass? What did he do there? You know. Let's trade Reddick for Hepburn. I'm telling you, man. Because we know, look, and I'm going to tell you something else too. Like, it's clear to me, and it's only week 3, but it's clear to me that it's the Jets defense. It's not the players. Like, you see Sheldon Rankins and Quentin Jefferson. Like, for example, a good example is JFM. JFM has 0 pressures. Hold on. CJ Stroud shotgun. Oh, we got to jump. You asshole. JFM, and let's compare him to Michael Clemens, right? That's the same position, same, the guy who kind of came in to replace his production.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got 6 tackles, JFM. He's got 1 sack, 0 pressure, 0 stops. So no hurries, no hits, nothing on the quarterback except the 1 sack. Michael Clemens has 2 sacks, 8 pressures, 3-4 stops. Like, it's a whole different thing. And he's got a couple less tackles, but it's like, we're here saying, Clemens sucks and all this shit. Like, I'm telling you, go back and watch JFM, dude. He's neutralized on most plays. Like, I'm not saying I didn't like him. He's a good, solid player, but this defense, and you're seeing guys like Braden McGregor. Let me tell you something. Kinlaw is completely outplaying Quentin Jefferson for the Browns, and the Browns are a good defense. So, Quentin Jefferson is doing what he's got to do, but Kinlaw is better.
Yeah,
he's playing better up to this point.
But
and then you look at Huff,
and
McDonald. McDonald's leading the league in sacks, or tied they're in. And Huff's not even on the field.
Yeah, well, one of the things we do, the Huff thing is crazy, but like the thing like with Clemens, our fan base again. I mean, he does. They remember the 3 things he did wrong or whatever. He cursed. He did this. He did that. And suddenly everything positive that he does is just magically erased. There's a reason why our coaching staff likes him.
Yeah.
Because the people aren't paying attention to the 90% of the reps where his name's not called, but he won the rep. And we're not paying attention to it because it didn't maybe affect the play. But he's winning his reps.
Right. Here, I'll pull it up right now. I'll just so you see it. What is it? Mike EAL. Such a fucking weird spelling of his name. Clemens PFF. Hold on. We got the
PFF.
We got just the penalties backing the Texans up like idiots. Come on, CJ Stroud. He's got 3rd and 19 now. They're going to pin the rears back. Send in 5. Throws the ball, and it's picked because he sucks.
Wow.
Oh, out of bounds. So it's not a pick. Incomplete pass. Giants running back.
It wouldn't have been horrible if it was picked. It would have been a good punt.
Yeah, good punt. Right. And that's why you do that. Like on 3rd and 19, you're in that area. Throw it deep, dude.
Yep.
Unless you see a guy, you can get you the first, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Giants tied 7. Ooh, look at this little skill. Ooh, nice big hit at the end of the play. It's all pumped up. Giants are pumped, everybody. So we got 196 people hanging out with us. 113 on YouTube, 83 on Twitter. What's up, everybody? It's good to see you. Let me catch up on the chat. Phil Adams checking in from the UK says the Bucks look turdy. Now, in English language, like Britain, UK, is that a new word, or is that like they look like turds, Phil? You got to help me out. And then this is how we speak American. Paul Melodosian checking in. The green box looks like shit. Yeah, I get you. The Bucks. I see you. Look at this run by the Colts. Wow. Dude, they're just, come on. Was that earlier? I don't know what's happening.
No,
that's the tough part of watching this because they do so many highlights. You don't know what you're watching anymore.
The Minnesota defense is absolutely
ferocious,
dominating right now. I mean, just
dominating the line of scrimmage. All right, so just to get you here, currently, Michael Clemens only has 1 tackle. Okay, so he has 1 stop, 2 sacks, and 7 pressures, right? So not groundbreaking statistically, but let's look at John Franklin Myers. Now, remember, the value of John Franklin Myers was his 50 pressures last year. Everybody, 50 pressures, 50 pressures.
A lot.
So currently he has 1 pressure. And that might be happening in this game because I believe this morning I was looking at something and I saw that he had 0. But either way, so he has 7 tackles. So he's got 6 more than Clemens there. And 1 pressure. Oh, he also has 5 stops, so he's doing that too, which is not getting the tackle. But so I get, look, JFM's doing his job. I'm just saying, Jefferson and Kinlaw is a little bit more lopsided.
Maybe some of this has to do with coaching. Maybe we actually do have some strengths as a team in different position rooms.
And they're all, oh my God, Will Levis, bad sack, trying to squirt.
Who was Quincy Williams before he was on the Jets? Right,
yeah, he was a 25% missed tackle scrap heap guy,
tossed to the side. Yeah,
Phil says I'm trying to speak like you. Okay, I'm with it. Turds. All right, I just want to make sure. If it's a new word, I want to see. I don't know. It's like bullocks. I don't know, bullocks. Thanks, Phil. Wild Wave saying Watson is really terrible. Good.
He's been terrible ever since.
$230 million guaranteed contract. So look at that mall they're showing. That's the Nickelodeon universe in Minnesota, the most famous one. So basically what we did by Giant Stadium or MetLife, whatever the hell it's called now, is try to reproduce this. That's the original, getting slimed. You want to get slimed, Jeremy?
If you put me on TV and you promoted the channel while it was happening,
I'll get slimed.
I would do it. Jets Chaos get slimed, and
as a kid, I wanted to get slimed. I wanted to get slimed so bad as a kid, though, Jeremy.
Oh my God, I don't blame you. I would have been probably just dying to get up there.
What was that show? Double Dare.
We never got selected for those kind of things.
No.
You think the amusement parks would have selected you and your family? All the business you gave them.
Right.
I have a feeling that if I ever got chosen to be slimed like that, there's a lot of people out there hearing us and watching us right now that wouldn't complain. They would love to see it.
Wow, big run.
Big run.
I know. I'm with you, Bafadoust. I don't get it. Like, why would you root for him? When it's one thing if the media machine wasn't so anti-Jets, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anything that, even though he hasn't been here in 5 years, this means the Jets suck. So why are you rooting for that? I don't understand.
Well, I'll never forget the fans. I made a mental note of certain fans, certain names who rooted for him on Carolina when he played the Jets.
Yeah.
And that is the unforgivable.
Unforgivable. You're not a fan.
Like, you are not a Jet fan if you were rooting against the Jets. Unless there's a draft pick at stake, which we might not agree with, but we'll understand.
Yeah.
Like, as far as losing for a draft pick at the end of the year, that's the only time where you're just not automatically taboo. You're out. You're banished.
Right.
If you root against this team, if you root against this team because of a player you liked.
Agreed. Sam Darnold under center after a nice big screen play, gets a whole mess of yards. Sam trips, gets the handoff off. Good tackle for 2. Really good tackle. Picked him up.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts back in his own end zone, throws the ball. Open Dallas Goedert, gets the first.
JC Jefferson says, speak the names.
What's that?
He wants me to name the people that were rooting.
All right. Name them.
One of them was a guy. What was his name? Do you remember the guy that got so mad at you for posting my article because I didn't say wonderful things about Justin Fields? Grant Rude or something?
Oh, my God. Remember that guy?
He was the one that was rooting for Carolina. He was rooting for Sam Darnold against us.
I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, he must have changed his name out of humiliation.
Yeah, I bet. Now it's named Mr. Terrible. I'm just kidding. I love Mr. I liked him too, but he was, there are guys that get, like everything is they want to fight. Like I'll meet you. It's like, all right, dude, relax.
Yeah. 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 It's like, I'm sorry. I don't think completion percentage is the only measure for accuracy. I actually think there's more to it than
And back to
completion.
pass very touchy play. Good defense on that one. 4th and 8 for Sammy. Sucks because the Bears are playing well, and that interception, they got all the way to the end zone and the interception in the end zone, man. But so the Colts are up 7-0. That's why a good quarterback, like when you're a quarterback, just young, mistake prone, whatever, it ruins everything. You got 11 guys out there, and one guy controls it.
You get if you put very good quarterback play on the Chicago Bears, you have a very, very competitive,
very good team,
very competitive, good team. Like a different story.
Well, and they're doing it right though. They're giving their young quarterback. He's going to take the year, but they're giving him as much protection and resources as they can. Where the Jets didn't do that.
Right.
I could have absolutely surrounded Sam and Zach with better supporting catches. No doubt in my mind. As much as I like Joe Douglas, give me a fucking break already.
Right. It was ridiculous. What we put him in that first year was just
Yeah, and Sam had don't forget, Sam had the 30th or below offensive line too. McCagnon and Joe Douglas only had Sam for 1 year and brought in like 6 offensive linemen. So I mean, it is what it is. But wow, almost a really nice catch for a touchdown for the Giants.
And that was like the first year for Joe Douglas. Was kind of came in. It wasn't like great opportunity out there. But he showed that his mind was in the right place. Like he got as many Band-Aids as he could. And what did he choose to Band-Aid? The offensive line. And he did it as best he could. But it wasn't like there was a lot out there. We needed to clean out the money situation. We had all this dead money. Like there were things that had to be cleaned up. Yeah. But at least he showed right away he understood that eventually at some point he was going to have to get the offensive line right.
Right. Well, that's why I like Joe Douglas. It's more about the process. It's not always the players working out. It's like you can see that he knows what he's doing. Like sometimes the players like ABT going down 2 years in a row, or like just whatever bad luck happens. But you know what, people when they do the whole Joe Douglas record thing and why he sucks, they add that year that he didn't have the draft or the free agency. Like he was the GM.
Like it was his fault.
We had 2 wins there. Or no, that year we had 7 wins, but still, he didn't do it. You know what I mean? He tore the team down after that.
Right. And I think that's the point too, is we absolutely knew when he tore the team down, when we traded Jamal Adams and we were just, and he just stripped the team of all the talent, we started from scratch basically.
Right.
We knew that we were going to stink for a couple of years. I mean, you had to know that.
Yeah.
And he had to know that. So, and I'm sure Woody knew that. I'm sure he let them know, hey, we're not going to win for a while because I'm literally stripping down this. We're a franchise. We're like a new franchise right now.
Yeah.
Like we're starting
his first year, he had Adam Gase. He had to see what the team was. Jamal Adams, Sam Darnold. He got rid of all those guys that year.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jeremy.
But I think everybody could come to an agreement. All of us could agree that injury, no injury, this year, the Jets have to win and have to make the playoffs, or it's in all likelihood, everybody's gone. Whether we like it or not, whether we think it's fair or not. I think we all agree that this is a must year. It's an absolute must year.
Yeah, but I would still extend Joe Douglas.
I know. I don't know why he would be victimized by it, but everyone, maybe his blame would be sticking with Salah. I don't know. But it's not going to matter because we're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, we're going to make the playoffs. All right, you got CJ Stroud under center, everybody. 2nd and 7, 5 left in the half. Back to pass, quasi screen, gets the first. Nice, good play. You got Caleb Williams under center at the 13-yard line up there.
Chance to get his first touchdown?
He doesn't have one yet. Handoff.
I don't think so.
Pops through, gets, about 5. DeAndre Swift. Hey, buddy.
I think Neighbors just scored a touchdown, which is good because I have him on 3 of my fantasy games.
Oh, nice.
I like Neighbors better than Marvin Harrison, or as much as Marvin Harrison in the fantasy drafts. Like, I like them just as much because of what I saw in the preseason. I said, "Oh, he's going to be the Giants' only player. Everything's going to go through him."
Yeah. Hi, puppies. Hi, guys. Come here. Hello, my buddy. What you doing? All right.
My buddy.
Big sack on CJ Stroud on first down. Man.
Would you have guessed this would be a slaughter? Like, Minnesota is absolutely dominating the Houston Texans.
Yeah. Well, I think the Texans, like, people are putting them, like, deep in the playoffs, win division. Like, maybe. I mean, I definitely like their team, but, like, I feel the same. It's like, all right, can we have more than one good rookie year? I mean, look, he looks good. Like, you've seen Herbert, kind of tail off, and he's going to be great this year under Harbaugh, already is. But it's like, I don't know. I like to see a little bit more. Hey, look, Mr. Terrible's here. Look at him. Hey, buddy, I was just talking about you. I don't know if your ears were ringing. Or maybe you heard it earlier. I don't know. Are you Grant Rude? I don't think so. Mr. Terrible's been around a long time. I was just kidding anyway. My buddy's a Chiefs fan. He said he didn't know who the GM is. Why does our fan base always become fanboys of our GMs? Is this how loser mentality thinks? No, I think, I mean, I think if you talk to most Jets fans, they won't know. It's us. We're in this bubble, man. Is your friend on YouTube for fucking 24 hours a day? Is your friend like you? You know what I mean? Like, every live stream, is he watching 2 to 3 hour live streams of? Oh, did he catch it? There's going to be a flag. I hope it's a roughing the passer. That was a great pass, great catch by Tank Dell's another one, man. That was a Dom C favorite. Tank Dell made it all the way to the 6th, 5th, something like that. It's like Puka Nakua. It's like, we're all talking about this guy. How come we know more? Look at this Green Bay. Malik Willis. Why are you jumping in the air like that?
Do you know why I'm a fanboy of JD? I'm going to tell you why I'm a fanboy of JD. Joe Tipman, AVT, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Quincy Williams, Breece Hall,
Jermaine Johnson,
Carter II. Like, how many? Like, what is it? Is it that hard to figure out why we would be a fan of JD? Like, when did we ever have a list of names like that on this?
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, don't forget, Mike McCagnon was here for 5 years, Mr. Terrible, and it was equal, if not more so, like vitriol. So it was we hated him. Now, granted, I defended him because, not that I loved him, but I defended him because he never got the chance to pick his own coach. He never got the chance to, to like pick his own quarterback, like all that kind of stuff. So I was just like, let's just give the guy, but he really wasn't a good GM. Like, every draft, I had no idea what he was trying to accomplish. I'm like, well, what is that? Like, what? We need a center. We have no center, and you're picking linebackers. You're picking more, like, he would use high free agent money and high draft capital on interior defensive linemen and middle linebackers. It's like, I don't know, man. Now, like, we had Avery Williamson and we spent $17 million on CJ Mosley. Like, at that time, Avery Williamson had the same stats.
Yeah,
as CJ. Like, why?
Yeah, look, we ended up spinning that into something positive. But for now, for this team, but at that moment, at that time, it was a very bad move. Like, it was very, like, It didn't make a lot of sense. Now Mr. Terrible is saying that's his job. Right. It's all 32 GM's job. But the point is, nobody has done that job for us better because we've never had this many stars, or at least since 2010. And it was really the
Tannenbaum was the last quality general manager.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the last few, and not for nothing, I'll tell you about Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum, give him all the credit and everything in the world. It was a significantly different situation. Tannenbaum with Mangini and Tannenbaum with Rex. You saw the team slowly erode under Rex. Yeah. Now, Rex is a great coach. He should not have had his fucking fingers in the gravy, dude.
No.
It's just that simple.
It's like, it's the word. 90% of the time it fails when the head coach says, you get this coach, they win a bit. Suddenly they're demanding to be the GM also. Never a good thing.
No.
It's the same thing in Hollywood. How many times do you see famous actor? I'm going to now only make movies that I direct as well. They have to be my movies. And then what happens to their career? Eddie Murphy.
What? Yeah. Did anybody see that Malik Willis? Like he had nothing but real estate in front of him and he stopped for a sack. He just took off. Stupid. Unless they're trying to wind the clock down, something silly like that. I don't. Well, it's 22 seconds.
Tailgate.
Or two. Why? What is? I don't understand that play. Oh my God. I don't know. Yeah, he wanted to. There's how many seconds? This could be the most heads-up play in NFL history, or a complete idiotic. I don't know. Sam Darnold. Who's this? The Texans are punting. Made nothing out of that drive. Got 152 on the clock. Fair catch called. 151 at the 13-yard line. Yes, they only have 3 seconds left. That's why he did it. He wasn't going to make it in the end zone and just said, you know what? I'm going to get. And the kick is good for the Packers. So it's going to
I hear the Giants. Brian Burns got a sack, quasi fumble.
Oh, let's see it. Okay, here it is. Brian Burns coming around the edge here. Oh my God. Strip sack. Oh, and they got it, dude. And that's on the 20, 30-yard line, maybe 25-yard line.
That was a great pickup for the Giants. Wow.
Hell yeah. Brian Burns is a stud, dude.
Yeah. I can't believe there wasn't a bigger frenzy to try to get him.
Well, I think didn't they sign him early? All right. Hey, anyway, Golden Robert, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Sorry, they got 8 games on. It's hard. It's good. Sam Darnold back to pass. Jefferson fucking wide open. I don't understand it, dude. Just staple a guy to him. How is he? Why are you playing a zone with a guy like that? They got nobody else, man.
Yeah. If I was the GM or if I was the boss of the I would go down to the sideline. I would go up to what's his face, the coach, and say, you might want to cover Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. How about this? Who you got on your? I mean, dude, they got Stingley, right? Put Stingley on him. They took him over Sauce.
Yeah.
Why can't he cover Justin Jefferson? Sam Darnold back to pass. Another gets out of bounds. Smart. They got another 7-yard gain. All right, go to hey GreenBean, Jeremy. Do you know Frankie from Tailgate? We are going to the game in prime seats, leaving Bayonne AM. Do you know Frankie from Tailgate? Oh, Frank and I grew up.
I know Frankie from Flatbush.
From Flatbush. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Frankie from Tailgate. You mean what Tailgate, Golden Robert? Let me help me out. I'll try to. I need more information. Like I know Claudio from Gotham City. I know Tailgate Joe. Frankie from Tailgate. Sam Darnold get sacked at the 31-yard line.
Maybe he's saying, do you know Frankie? Maybe he's known for tailgating. Like maybe maybe he has a good.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he's trying to find Frank in the time, I mean, I don't know who that is, buddy. Let me know. Let me know a little bit more information. Oh, Dana. Here, hold this. So, Golden Robert, let me know. I'm going to keep my eyes out for another comment here from you. Maybe it's under that one. Golden Robert. Yeah, I remember the Abraham Ellis draft, Mr. Terrible, but don't forget we had 4 first-round picks that year. You want to know why we had 4 first-round picks? Because Belichick resigned on a napkin. So we got a first and a third. I think the third was the following year. We had our own first, and then he traded our best player for 2 first-round picks, Kessan Johnson. So now he made look. That was a great draft, and don't forget to add Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington was the best quarterback we had since Namath, in my opinion. Testaverde had a great couple years there. Oh my God, Stingley sucks, dude. Let me just tell you right now.
Wow. If Pennington doesn't,
but it's the injuries, man.
Yeah, if he doesn't tear his rotator cuff, he was.
And then came back and was good again. Broke his wrist because that shady ass play in the Giants preseason game where they slammed him on the ground. Like, who does that? So I mean, so that was a great draft. And then don't forget we got Lavernius Coles in the third. Great draft.
Yeah,
we paid for that. We lost our head coach because that was Al Groh as the head coach. Parcells was our president. We lost Kessan Johnson and Bill Belichick to get those picks. And Beck was a good tight end. He wasn't great, but he was very, very solid. So I liked him too.
You must have been so happy that year when Groh was the coach and we beat Tampa Bay and Wayne Quebec got that touchdown.
I lost my mind that game. Matter of fact, I offended. I was in my buddy Bob's house with Joe the cop, and Bob's another cop, and his poor son was like 8 years old, and I was out of control. After the game, when I settled down, I said, "Dude, I'm so sorry for being so inappropriate in front of your son."
Well, you're like, "Fuck you, Kessan Johnson, Kessan."
No, I was standing up. I was screaming obscenities for 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever. Golden Robert says, from Bayonne, he travels to games and cooks. Dude, I'm in Virginia, Golden Robert. I go to one game a year. There are let me just tell you the truth of it. There's quite literally 10,000 plus Frankies in that stadium every home game. About 10% of those have Stormmaster grills. Okay. Or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot of Anthony's too. Lots of Anthony's.
A lot of Anthony's, a lot of Tony's, a lot of Bobbies and Billies. I mean, they're, Frankie's. It's like Mikey. Right? You know what I mean? They're everywhere.
Bunch of wild ways.
I don't know, Golden Robert. Where did he say he's coming in from? Let me see. You said you're
Oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Ooh, he got smushed.
Sam?
He got smushed. He's starting to see ghosts. Uh-oh. Second half might be all.
Second half, right? The Texans have settled it down a little bit, at least. Like that 14 points in the first 3 quarters of the first quarter. It looked like it was going to be an absolute blowout. So let me watch this play. I missed it. Sam Darnold went back and shotgun, pressure up the middle, pressure from the edge. They sack him. That's 2 sacks on this drive.
Did you see how fast he went into that little hitch? He went,
Yeah.
As soon as no one was open and he saw that pressure coming, he went, He just like literally crouched down like 3 inches and gave himself no chance to do anything.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors with another touchdown. Dime by Danny Dimes right there.
Neighbors did it?
Yeah, Neighbors. Another one. 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Points in fantasy, baby.
Malik Neighbors is a stud. Well, we all knew that, man. I mean, and look, remember Marvin Harrison, the junior, the first week, they're like, was he, all hype? And it's like, dude, give it more than a damn game. And you see him, he's like, he's out of control. Malik Neighbors, another one, equally talented in many respects. Like, that's a great pick.
And it's not, I don't think there's any argument. Some people say it was a Dunze. If we would have traded up and gotten that trade through, we were taking Neighbors, weren't we?
Neighbors all day. If we went up that high, there's no doubt.
Yeah,
no
it
doubt.
wasn't for a Dunze. People were saying it was for a Dunze.
When we were trying to trade up to 8, it was for Odunze.
Right, but when we tried to trade up,
we're trying to jump the Bears. When
we tried to trade with the Giants, that was for Neighbors.
Ant-Man. Is that a different Ant-Man? Ant-Man's? What's up, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, is that the same guy? Did you change it? Add a Z?
Looks a little like Richie.
It does look like Richie. Ant-Man Malura? Is that dude? I look, Virginia's interesting for me because I live in like central bordering Western Virginia. So I'm about 40 minutes from Shenandoah National Park. So I got mountains and woods. I have almost about 6.5 acres here.
First down.
Most of which are woods. Oh, good pass. So now we got the 2-minute drill from a 1-minute drill, really, from Stroud. All right, here we go. Let me focus. I'll get back to you on Virginia in a second. Mr. Terrible's in Virginia, aren't you? Where are you, Mr. Terrible? Maybe that was somebody. Warbreaker from Jetnation's in Virginia.
The Giants are making me feel a lot better about playing when we play Cleveland this year.
I know, right? Look at Stroud. Oh no, that's Jesus. That's Caleb Williams up there. All right, here we go. We got 21 seconds, 2nd and 10 in the half in the Minnesota-Houston game. CJ Stroud, he's on his own 29-yard line. This is going to be they'd love to get out of here with a field goal, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd love to get some points.
No doubt.
So anyway, I'll show you real quick. I'll show you. Let me do this. Hold on a second. Yeah. I'm going to come in as a guest. Also allow mic cam access. Yeah, I'll come in as a guest.
Were you gonna go on the run? You're gonna go on a little.
Yeah, I'll show you my yard. I'll show you what's going on. Why do I gotta do all that?
This is gonna be so much fun.
Should I get my gun and start blasting off some bullets in front of everybody? I got it right here. My gun's sitting right there.
If I ever visit
one of my guns, my 22.
If I ever visit, you teach me how to shoot.
Well, somebody's got to teach me first. I'm like a fucking gremlin. Dude, I'm so sick of this. I don't want to get the app. I just want to come in. Open this. I don't want to open the StreamYard. I need to download the app.
You have to have StreamYard on your phone. Yeah. Wait, just to hit the link? I think there's I don't think it's the full app, right? You just need the footprint, like the plugin to run it. So there is something that has to go on your phone.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting the app on my phone. I had enough apps. I'm serious. I can't show you the yard. I was gonna. Yeah, I'm in Charlotte. I'm actually in rural Virginia, but I'm equidistant between Richmond and Charlottesville. So Charlottesville, very famous. They're using it in the political sphere because of the big riots we had here. I was here that day. I didn't leave here yet. My wife and kids did, but I still lived in Florida. I had to drive through. I went to the Charlottesville airport while it was happening and flew out.
Must have been thrilled.
Yeah, I just drove around. Charlottesville's small, man. Like the whole city is can fit in Battery Park. Kind of, it's not maybe that small, but that little area.
Yeah.
It's like Charlottesville is, it's the university. It's UVA, University Hospital, UVA Hospital. And then it's the surrounding area. But you could drive from one side to the other side of Charlottesville in no less than 10 minutes. If there's a little bit of traffic, 15. But it's so funny. People here go, dude, the traffic's getting brutal. I'm like, you have no idea. Let me tell you a funny story about Virginia, about this area. So we have a road here it's spelled R-I-O Road. How do you say that, first of all, Jeremy? R-I-O.
R-I-O, Rio.
Rio Road, right. It's not. It's Rio Road here. Okay, so that's first.
It's not.
Well, let me tell you how it became Rio Road. It's actually Route 10. So it would say R10, and the bumpkins around here, God bless them, looked at that and said Rio many years ago. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I mean, again, no negative, just funny. It's a funny thing. So there's a road, there's an area, and there's a road here. It's spelled like this, all one word. Jeremy, listen to this. This is by Richmond. It's spelled P-O-W-H-I-T-E. How do you say that? W-H-I-T-E. P-O.
Right.
P-O. All one word. P-O-W-I. P-O-W-H-I-T-E. Yeah, write it down. P-O-W-H-I-T-E. How do you say that?
Powhatan?
Powhatan. See, I said Powhite, right? Powhite Highway.
Oh, it's W-H-I-T-E?
Yeah. Powhite.
Oh, yeah. P-O. You should have said P-O, the word white. Okay. Powhite.
Yeah, it's Powhite or whatever. But I'm like, they changed that somewhere along the line. That's the Powhite Trash Highway. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. Anyway, where are we with this game? Did they go in the half? Did they get a field goal? I've been looking, but it seems like it's been in commercial for a long time. All right, here's the scores. Giants shellacking the Browns 21-7, 14-0 our game, 10-7 Chargers over the Steelers, 20-7 Broncos over the Bucks, Green Bay 20-7 as well.
You know who's worse, GreenBean, than who eats sorbet? You were talking about sorbet, what that means if you eat sorbet. In Sacramento, and I think it's spreading to other places, but specifically
hold on 1 second. It's the Vikings because I believe 99% the Texans got the ball. They threw a pick on their first drive, which is what gave them their first 7 points. It was deep in their own territory. Go on, Jeremy. There you go, Chrono.
So in Sacramento, they started calling, and I see it in other places, and it gets really under my skin. They call sandwiches not heroes, not subs.
Grinders?
They call them sandos.
Oh.
It's a really great sando.
Oh my God.
I want to kill them. Like, I really want them to die. Like, it's like, stop calling it sandos. They're not sandos. We don't need another word for it. We have enough. We have hoagies. We have subs. We have heroes. We have
grinders.
We have grinders. We don't need another word, especially not
an abbreviation. Sando. I know. They're just too cool out there, Jeremy. That's what it's
just gross. It's gross.
Right. So we got the Green Bay Titans game is underway in the third. Titans with the ball. Dano said, I want to say hi to everybody. So Dano says the Bears passing game is a joke. Yeah, you're welcome, Kenny. Yeah, man, any day. Eddie McGuire's here. It's a radiator, not a radiator. I hear you, man. I feel the same way. Not a radiator? Yeah, I mean, hey, tomato.
Do you say insurance or do you say insurance?
No, they say insurance here, like
insurance.
Vehicle. I live in vehicle world, dude. No doubt. Insurance. No doubt. That's what's going on around me. But I just go like, and I even temper my accent, as best I can. But like, they look at me to like, look, you from?
Where you from, boy?
I'll take a second to remind you guys of our sponsor. You see him up there on the banner, and in the overlay, the great Athens Health, which, by the way, is accepting patients in Florida, from Florida and Texas right now, moving nationally soon. Dude, you guys know opioid addiction in general is very, very close to my heart. I've been in the field for the last 18 years, and I was a homeless junkie, crackhead, alcoholic for the previous 20. So the last 40 years or so, it's been my life. So I really understand at a high level how important it is to remove barriers in the way of people getting their opioid treatment. They make it so difficult, the system. They make it harder for them to get help than it is to find drugs. And that is the problem. That is one of the main problems. Athens Health removes all of those barriers with 100% online opioid addiction treatment, whether that's getting the medication that you need to stop the withdrawal pain and live a normal life, or care coordination. You need resources. You need to talk to somebody. They have it all right there. AthensHealth.net is the website. The phone number I'm going to drop in the chat and pin it up top in a little bit. If you know somebody struggling, or you are struggling yourself and you're in Florida or Texas, give Athens Health a shot. Give them a look. Go check out the website. Call the phone number. You'll talk to one of their care coordinators right away. They're open 7 days a week. Thank you to Athens Health for sponsoring this impromptu live stream. Crazy that they did this. So anyway, let me see here.
The way I would promote Athens Health, like my tagline would be kind of like, are you the type of guy that if you get hit by a car, they keep driving and saying, oh, it's just some homeless guy, I'm not going to ruin my life over hitting him?
Yeah.
Then you might want to call Athens Health.
Yeah. Right. Well, right, because it just might have been GreenBean that you hit. You know what I mean? Because I was street level,
You could have been that guy.
Right, man. Oh, the Titans driving, Jeremy. They're on their way. They got an 8-yard gain there. Oh, but not driving because they needed just another yard, and it's 4th down. So that drive is over, unless they decide to go for it. of course. Titans looks like the only game on my screen that's third quarter's underway. We'll watch a little bit of this second quarter. Maybe we'll watch the whole game. I don't know. I only plan to do the last half. Wild Wave saying Bryce Huff, 0 tackles, 0 pressures. It's amazing. $17 million. He's fine with it.
That's
I would be.
It
I'd
shows
be
you
over there riding the bike going, yeah, I'm good.
It shows you what a big deal coaching is and scheme, and it really does. Who you know?
Yeah. Look at Freiermuth, dude. Holy shit. Like, oh my God, he's so good, dude. I can't deal.
I mean, we got to do a breakdown of film if this keeps up with Huff, about like showing where he lined up for the Jets, how he lined up, how his approach was, and compare it to what they're doing by lining him over the tackle and what the difference is.
Yeah. Well, right. Well, that whole wide 9 scheme that we have, right? Like, dude, he's got literally, outside of maybe Micah Parsons, he's got the best get off in the NFL. Vic Fangio, great coaching and defensive mind, right? If you can't figure out how to use a guy with the best or second best get off in the NFL, then that is a problem for you. Right. That is your problem. Your GM, your organization said, I'm valuing that get off at $17 million a year. And you can't figure out how to get him on the field. You are the problem.
Right. Obviously, that get off is neutralized for him if he's over the tackle and that contact is made. He needs to be wide to get that get off. And probably his main way of winning was fast get off and getting around the tackle. The tackle couldn't move fast enough to adjust. Now the tackle doesn't have to move as much, and it's different, and he's losing. Why don't they just line him up wider?
Right.
Fix it.
Oh, I forgot to end this poll. Let me end the poll. What would make you the happiest? Football fans, Jets fans, most likely predominantly in here. What would make you happier? Sam looks good and wins 55%. And that, look, maybe that's because it's better for the NFC team to win than the AFC team. Absolutely. Sam looks like ass and loses. The haters are coming in 18%. Sam looks good and loses 16%. Really? So you value Sam doing good and the AFC team winning? That's a you got to check your football emotions, because if you value Sam Darnold looking good and an NFC team beating an AFC team, like you value that less, that's an issue for me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, 10% is where I am. And this is the right answer, by the way. I want you to know that. Sam looks like shit, so nobody could say anything about the Jets. And they win, so the AFC team gets down a peg, and the NFC team wins. The AFC team loses. Like, that's the right way. I just want you guys to know that. That's correct. I am right, everybody. You. 55% are just fucking. Well, no, you guys are all right. Because, hey, look, if Sam looks good and they win, at least the AFC team gets knocked out. Sam looks like ass and loses, that's just pure hatred. I can subscribe to that. I can do that too. Matter of fact, I think I might be doing that. But really where I live is that 10%. Sam looks like shit and the AFC team loses.
Right. I mean, we don't know that Houston's not going to eventually turn their season around and become a threat to us. And, anything changes on the flip of a dime in this league. So you just, every AFC loss just is something that might help us later on and mean something.
That's a very telling poll. Very telling. It tells me a lot about you guys.
What, that we're petty?
Well, right. Like, you can be petty, so I definitely don't judge that. I'm definitely petty. But again, like, when you listen to the media machine out there, like every opportunity to talk negatively about the Jets, I am sick of that. So I want to do everything I can to stuff socks in everybody's mouths. So if Sam looks like shit, then it ends that stream of negative input, right? Yeah. It just shuts it up.
Right.
Like if Sam collapses in the second half, everybody goes, okay, even with Justin Jefferson, he still wasn't able to do it. But you know what I mean? Then it does that. But if the NFC team wins, then it's good for the Jets. Like that's how I root. Everything is about the Jets for me, not me. I don't care about being right unless it's like my draft picks. Like I'd love to see Carson Steele as an undrafted free agent just do something. I don't want the Chiefs to win. I do. I want to see. I just want to I want to stuff it in Dom C's mouth for a week or two, and then I want to see him disappear.
Did Dom C not like him?
Dom C told me,
yeah,
he's never going to make it in the NFL. He's just not a good football player, and he said he was undraftable, which he was right because he didn't get drafted. I said that's fine. He's going to be a stud. Maybe not a stud. I said he's going to have a nice role in the NFL. He's just one of those guys. Like, if you said to Carson Steele, we need you to play linebacker, we're destined, he'd go, no problem. When you ask Stephon Diggs, somebody like that, they're like, no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like those guys. Football players, man.
Yeah.
You ask me, I was a defensive end. You want me to fucking play quarterback? I'll play quarterback.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Kind of like Solomon Thomas, man. You want me to go in there and hit somebody? I'll go in there and hit somebody.
He had a great block on that Breece Hall touchdown. Did you see that?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Crushed the guy.
Yeah. Crushed him.
That's why he was there. But I just don't know how they discover it. Like, did somebody have the idea? Well, Solly's the guy. We'll say of the whole defensive line. Solly Thomas, he seems like the right kind of guy that could play fullback. Let's give him a try. Or did he play in high school, maybe? Maybe he was a star fullback or something.
Defensive. Yeah, I hear you. Defensive linemen, they can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Jets lined up both Klecko and Gastineau in one play?
No, I don't remember that.
After the fridge thing in 86 or whatever, there was a play where we brought both Klecko and Gastineau in on offense. And I don't care if it worked or not. All I care about is that was the coolest thing ever to see the two of them come into the game.
Oh, yeah, totally. Deshaun Watson is garbage, everybody.
Garbage. Hasn't done a thing.
Jalen Hurts took a big sack. Who's that, JFM? JFM get a sack? He's number 98, right? Something happened.
I don't know. Ask Dano. Dano, 98. JFM.
Dano, help me out.
Come on, Dano.
Was that JFM with the big sack?
Give me a sack. He'll tell us in a second. He's thinking, 98. Was it JFM?
See, now, who do you hate more, Jeremy? Do you want to see Todd Bowles and this whole idea that he's a brilliant coach go out the window? Or do you want to see the Denver Broncos suck because they got JFM?
That was JFM.
That was JFM. Good on him. So there you go. There's the play from JFM.
Yeah, Ant-Mans and Dano came through.
Nice.
Look, we knew that when you're a coach and you take over a team that was just in the Super Bowl for 2 years, and then the team's not that good, and you're a former Jets coach and you weren't that good, then it's very questionable. But at the same time, Tampa was doing okay for a while after that, and only now is starting to look very exposed.
Well, they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, who I honestly, I thought the Jets, I was like, dude, like they were looking for a quarterback. I'm like, girl, go grab Baker, man. I
mean, his coaching tenure with us started with the whole Geno Smith broken jaw thing. I mean, that's what he had to deal with right when he became coach. It's like, welcome to New York. Your quarterback just got his jaw broken by a defensive player who we're going to cut because he's not even a relevant guy.
He's not even good.
Right. And of course, Rex Ryan scooped him right up in Buffalo.
He said, go out there and punch Fitzpatrick in the face.
That's right. Rex Ryan said, oh, he broke somebody's jaw? That's my kind of guy.
That's a hold, everybody.
That's a hold. We don't even know.
It was definitely a hold. I mean,
what game you talking
about? The main game. Unless I say the game, I mean, I'm sure we're watching. This is a Sam Darnold stream.
But this is the kick. That was the kickoff return. You saw the hold.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure we're in the right place. Look at that touchdown, punt.
Yep.
So we'll have to see.
Well, look at the drive, 21 yards. So they got the ball on their own on the Texans 21-yard line.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of advantageous happenstance here, Jeremy.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, the Titans defense stiffening up.
Yep.
2-yard gain for Aaron Jones.
Very nice hit. That's when he stepped up. Look at the Giants. 21.
Moving over to Green Bay. Malik Willis hands the ball off. Oh, gets hit in his own backfield by his stupid tight end who got crushed. Terrible, terrible play. Petrie, man. Love him.
I was so unhappy with the JFM one. The Huff I understood because then we got Reddick, and then people started saying, "Well, now that we got Reddick, we're moving on from JFM." I was like, "We lost Huff already. Why are we moving on from JFM?"
Yeah, because we said right
for us. Nothing but good for us. Why would we move on from him? It made no sense to me. I was
well,
really
interestingly enough. So a report came out. Great play by Caleb Williams, by the way. If you're watching that game, great play. Packers with another touchdown. The whole thing with that was they had granted JFM permission to seek a trade like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that. So he was asking for a raise and they weren't going to give it to him. So we can't forget that. That's an often forgotten aspect of that scenario.
Yeah. He wanted a raise that
they're like, you're not worth it, man. We're not giving you more money. We need more money for these guys. You're getting paid fine for what you give us.
Right. That was the option year. And we both, and we said, no, we're not going to pay you big money.
Sam Darnold, good pass too. What was that? Full? No, it's a wide receiver.
Yeah. For us, he was a really good role player. Very solid, very good at sealing the edge. Could rush the quarterback well. Not a superstar, but well. So I understand. We just decided we could move on, but I'll miss him because he was one of those kind of guys who did everything good. Like you didn't have to ever worry about a team going quick huddle to stick him keep him on the field and say, "Oh no, we're in trouble." Like with Huff. When Huff went on that field, if they went quick huddle and kept them on the field and they started running the ball, that was a big problem.
Yeah. Look at the Vikings, huh?
Wow. Chrome is saying, what is your opinion on fasting? My opinion on fasting is it really sucks. I hate it. I'm always hungry.
Intermittent fasting is easy for me.
It's not. It's much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It took a while to get used to in the evening.
Stop, right, because that's the problem is we're evening snackers. Nothing I like better than falling asleep with a fucking bowl of ice cream on my fat stomach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing like it, man. That's where watching TV at night before bed, that's where I was doing probably 90% of the damage. Like all the weight gain, everything was probably like, if you could break it down on a chart, was probably 90% the shit you eat before bed. Some of it could have had to do with the multiple trips to McDonald's.
Maybe. It didn't help, but it's eating and falling asleep. It's eating a bunch of carbs and fat before sleep, sugar. Terrible pass. Oh, you're going to get pass interference. What? You guys are idiots. Good shot by Sam, though. Got to take that shot.
Yeah. First down.
Sam got bailed out on the play earlier. Oh, he got his wrist hit. But they're going to get that pass interference. It's a bad pass.
Yeah.
But, man, that guy, how is that a pass interference, though? He didn't even do anything.
Man, if he would have
touched him, he just had his hand on his back.
If he would have thrown it chest high to the left, that's like an easy Easy touchdown right
There
there.
they go. Vikings from the 1 yard line. That's some bullshit, I think. Aaron Jones. Wow. Oh, man. It's like a 7-yard loss.
Wow. They lit him up. Aaron Jones got lit up. That stinks for me. I got him on one of my fantasy teams. Although, did I start him? I may have benched him for steal. No, I
Oh,
doubt it.
Watson running.
Steal, baby. If he scores a touchdown, I'm gonna be screaming, man. I'm gonna be like, man of steel. That's gonna be my chant.
Carson Steele.
My cheer for him is gonna be man of steel. I'm gonna do like the Superman thing where you pull the shirt open like you have a super.
Yeah, there you go. Nice pass by Sam. Touchdown.
Wow, beautiful pass.
Perfect. Only where his receiver could get it.
There's a good chance this is going to be the highlight year of his career.
Yeah, Texans got to do something, right?
Then they're going to have a big problem when J.J. McCarthy's healthy.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a controversy.
Sam's on a 1-year deal, everybody. If Sam can put together a season here, he's going to make himself a whole bunch of money.
Oh, quarterback in the NFL? My God.
Yep.
It's 30 million, 30 multiple years, something like that. Somebody will come in.
Tony Pollard just tried to stiff arm, and the guy did exactly he just pushed his hand out of his fucking way and tackled him. I love it.
Can you imagine?
Say, man, I was taught that when I was like 10 years old, Jeremy. Somebody's going to stick their arm out toward you.
Yeah.
Grab it.
Yeah. That's what you do. You grab it.
At the NFL level, dude, I see it. They're still trying to get to the body. And their face is like, what are you doing? Just grab the arm.
And grab it. Anybody, jiu-jitsu person will tell you that.
Grab the wrist and rip it out of its socket. Like, that's what you do. Just use all the momentum, dude. I've done that. I can't tell you how many times.
Yeah.
In my short little fake career.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
10 years old. I had a bunch of drunken uncles teaching me football. No tactical bullshit. You know what I mean? They were like, hey, look, what you need to do, you see that big fat kid in front of you? What you need to do, first play of the game, I don't care if you get a penalty or not, fucking hit him right under his chin, knock him silly. Dude, my father was friends for a little while with like a Kansas City Chiefs offensive lineman from like the 60s. And he was an older guy. He was like 6'5". He's huge, big old man. And he said, you want a good trick that we all used to use when you're playing on dry dirt? Just put your hand down, first play of the game, and come up and fucking throw dirt in his eyes.
GreenBean,
that's who taught me football, you know?
Yeah, that's great. GreenBean, you know what?
Wait, what's that? Go ahead.
I just want to quickly say, you know what safety just got a sack?
Oh, who?
Jason Pinnock.
Oh.
But
Tony Adams looks like a player, though, man.
Yeah, I'm not. No, it's fine. Tony Adams is good.
Well, we drafted him.
Yeah.
Doug, but he let him go, so he exposed him. You got to know who to expose. That's another whole skill set.
Yeah.
You got to know who to expose and who not to expose. Now, in his defense, that year we led the league in players taken on waivers. Westco, Pinnock, remember?
Yeah, GVR.
Hey, Van Roten is still on he's on the Giants now.
I know, it's amazing. He's still got a job. He's still got a job.
He played well for the Bills.
Yeah, but then he played center for them in an emergency.
He's a man of many talents, except for playing for the Jets, his favorite team ever. He was a turnstile.
21-0. We're gonna have ourselves a hell of a time with the Vikings when we play them.
Yeah, well, let's see how we do against the Broncos, who are shellacking the damn Bucks.
I know the two teams we're playing next are freaking
fantastic,
coming into their own.
Yeah, getting them right at the right time.
Well, it's going to be real test for us then.
Yeah.
If we're the team we think we are, or I hope we are, then we should be still okay, and we should be able to win these games.
D-Hop with a great touchdown. You see that, Jeremy?
Yeah.
All right. Sammy Boy back to – oh, no, Stroud back to pass. Sorry. Getting sacked. Dude, in 2 seconds, they are already around him, like behind him with their arms around him.
They have no offensive line, apparently. Apparently, the Houston Texans are going to have a very, very long year, and they're going to get him hurt if they don't start blocking for him.
Yeah, we're going to find out how tough he is,
Yeah.
Looks like a tough son of a bitch so far.
Yep.
Wow, what happened there? 3rd and 16 coming up for the Texans. After this drive, I think I'm going to bounce out of here. I got some shit to do. Hung out the whole first half. We're deep into the third quarter of these games. 250 people in here, though, Jeremy. Look at that, 249. Wow. Got 141 on YouTube, 100 on 108 on X. Yeah, man.
I'll be back tonight at 7 on my channel with a special guest that's going to break down the first 3 weeks of the Jets season.
Oh, shit, I forgot. I got to record my podcast today. All this time we've been hanging out is when I should have did that.
No. You were confused. Why do I have all this open space?
Yeah, what's going on?
I haven't done my podcast.
I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Rule to self. Whenever it feels like you have extra time, you don't. You're forgetting something.
Anytime you're asking Jeremy to go live with you, you're forgetting something important.
You're forgetting something. Right. So 4th and 8, Blake Cashman with a big tackle there, it seems. I didn't see it. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I'm watching too many games.
Blake Cashman. My God.
Look at Malik Neighbors up there. Up too long from Danny Dimes.
Blake Cashman. Oh, my God. He hasn't been hurt, though. He's been healthy since he left New York.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah.
He found a cure for his glass bones.
Man. All right. I don't know what to say. All right, guys. Well, that drive's over. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up. Jeremy, if you're good with that, you got anything you want to say at the end?
Yeah, look, we're going to be there next week, so it'll be a while before we're streaming again. But again, I'll be back on Jets Chaos at 7 p.m. tonight. Special guest that you all love. You'll be really happy. Not going to give it away, but trust me, 7 p.m. If you see who I got, you're going to be very,
You're not going to give it. You're not going to give it away.
Let's just.
Tell them. Maybe they know who it is. Has more value. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
How about this? He has all the facts.
All right, on. Okay, good. All right, that's good.
And he's not some tailgate chef.
He might be, but we don't know. We don't know.
Frankie from Flatbush, everybody. Frankie from Flatbush. If you want to see,
it's me. I got all the facts.
Well, if GreenBean wants to come in, he can. But if you want the breakdown of the New York Jets, I'm going to be asking Frankie some questions about how excited we should be and what he's seeing based on the performance of the team, not just the teams we're playing, not just the opponents, but what we're actually seeing numbers-wise.
Right. All right, guys. Well, look, with that all said, you guys are great. Good hang. Nice and relaxed. Watch some football. Enjoy the rest of your Jetsless Sunday. Check out Jeremy at 7 p.m. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. If you're on Twitter, I'd really love a follow. That'd be great. I'm funny on there. I say some things from time to time, So anyway, it's good hanging with all you guys. And podcast will be released 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. GreenBean Jets Pod. I think it's episode 169. Wow. No, it's 170.
Amazing.
No, maybe not. Maybe 169. One or the other. You'll see that tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. With that all said, we will see you next time. No, he fakes it. He's setting him up. Throws it to fucking Conklin or Rucker. It's really just the Jets chamber pot. Oh,
we suck at stuff.
To Garrett Wilson.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch!
That was all Zach, everybody. No, Quinn gets him. Yeah! Yes! Look at that. A real live offensive touchdown. Go! that's a catch. That's a catch. All right, everybody. Garrett Wilson doesn't give a shit. Look at Zachy do, huh? Let's go, Zod. Gets it around the end. Run, little guy. Touchdown. Jets! Are you kidding me? I believe in Zod. Let's go, Jets.